excuse the aircon noise in the background. It is obviously too warm to turn it off, so I'm hoping it doesn't interfere with the sound too much. Thought I'd do a quick update on my Fantasy Forest project, as we've got a week left. This time next week I am hoping that all sewing is done and I'm not panicking still, but we shall see. This evening I have spent my time crawling around the living room floor, cutting out 8.5 meters of taffeta fabric for the skirt for my costume. I am not looking forward to hemming all 8.5 meters, nor am I looking forward to gathering it into the waistband. In fact, I hate gathering so much I may be skipping the gathering and actually pleating it in, which doesn't sound like a lot of fun, but I feel like I've got to run the gathering stitch through 4.25 meters of fabric, and that feels like a lot of chance for the thread to snap. So I think pleating on my mannequin might be less stressful, or at least I hope it will. I've also got to finish the hand stitching, the binding on my corset stays thing. I've got about a third of that done, mostly the horrible fiddly tabs at the bottom, which are no fun and no one's going to see anyway, but still need to be done. So that's, I just need to find some time to sit and do some hand stitching, and I need to sew the tunic for my husband, which shouldn't be too bad. It's a fairly simple pattern and it's going to be laced down the sides, so a bit less stitching than I'd usually have to do. My daughter's dragon puppet didn't quite work out. I do not know enough about puppets, and it's outside of my skill zone at the moment. So we're rethinking that. We've got a new pattern and she's having like a dragon cuddly toy cape thingy, all rainbow coloured to go with her whole kind of rainbow look. And what else do I have to do? Oh, I'm hoping to do a witch's hat so that on the second day I don't necessarily have to do the full mushroom hat, corset, grand pannier thing. I can go for a slightly more casual, comfortable outfit. And my husband's made me a bag with spider webs on it, so we thought if I do a witch's hat with a spider web on it, that might be cute. But I've not cut out the fabric for that. I did attempt to make one, but the fabric I used was a bit too floppy and I made it too small, so back to the drawing board with that one. Otherwise I think that's all the sewing bits I needed to do.